What's going on, guys? Your boy Joey672 coming to you guys a video right now. So I want to talk about the preseason game and who to watch out for tonight at Gillette Stadium against the Patriots, rematch Super Bowl 52 in preseason form. So want to go over some of the guys I'd like to see, some of the guys that aren't playing, and flat out, this is a very important game for a lot of guys, and some guys are on that roster, that little bit on the roster bubble edge right now that really need this game, really need to put in some work. And we'll see what happens with that. But going to go over some players right now, so let's get straight fucking to it. Nick Foles is starting this game. It's nice, and I didn't think that he would even be here. I thought, we're bringing in Christian Hackenberg. I thought, okay, they're not going to give Nick Foles any shots to, even play. Nick Foles is going to be in there probably for a series or two. Don't expect much. We'll see what happens. It's good that he can at least gain some chemistry with some of the guys, with the wide receiver group that that he has. Doesn't have the starting wide receivers, so bear with him on what he has at his disposal. But I'm just glad that he at least going to get some snaps. He's going to get some stuff in, so can't complain with that. Donnell Pumphrey is just not going to, he's not even playing in this game. He's done. It's over with for Donnell Pumphrey. He's not making this team. He's not even playing this preseason game. He's already missing 2 preseason games. He can't show what he can do. He's not flashing too much even at training camp. I don't think there's a spot for him. And the Eagles can't have no patience. They can't hold on to him much longer. More running backs are coming in, and they are, doing a lot more than what he's doing right now. I don't know what his problem is with himself again. But at the same time, like, if you really want a freaking roster spot, you go out there and try to at least get it and work hard. It's not like he's going to be in every snap, every down. He's going to be doing punt returns and a few other things, but Donnell Pumphrey is going to be off this team, not going to be working out too much. Mike Wallace, the deep threat, is going to be playing tonight, okay? Probably for a few series, nothing crazy. Mike Wallace is going to at least try to catch a bomb tonight. I got to see Mike Wallace on the field in an Eagles jersey and see what he can do. That's one receiver that Nick Foles will have at his disposal. Coming from Baltimore, only getting about 730 yards receiving. I think 730, 750, something like that. But one of the worst receiving cores in the league, Joe Flacco, if you watch my tape study on Mike Wallace, had one of the worst years of his career. His passes were inaccurate. He threw some suicide passes when guys were running straight towards him when catching the ball. Didn't really have had a pretty good year for what he had. He had Jeremy Maclin. I don't even know who else was really on this wide receiver core that was important. But from what, the Ravens had, Mike Wallace was the most productive. And he's going to be better than Torrey Smith this year. He's going to be more than a decoy going out on the field. He's going to be more than that. But to stretch out the field, he could run any route you give him. He's had a very don't get me wrong. Mike Wallace has been hurt during camp, but when he came back, he tore it up tremendously. And he's not just one of those one-trick ponies. He's not a one-trick pony deep threat. He could do everything and use his speed and space for everything he has. So I'm hoping Doug Peterson, Mike Rowe can do a few things with him and see where he goes. But I can't wait to see Mike Wallace play tonight. I don't know if Dallas Goedert is playing tonight, but if he is, then we have to see more of Goddard. I know they gave him a few days of rest. Maybe he's going to be better for this game. I don't know if they're going to sit him down for this game or whatnot, but Dallas Goedert is a guy that we got in the second round this past draft, and we need to see more from him. I'm not expecting him to get a shit ton of reps because we have a few other tight ends like Billy Brown, Adam Zaruba's not even on the team. We actually released Adam Zaruba, on an injury settlement, I think, or something like that. So Dallas Goedert already flashed tremendously during the first preseason game, and then having that big scare that we thought he broke his arm, and that whole thing went around, and now you have. They should try putting Ertz and Goddard on the pretty much at the same time on the field. It would be nice to see what they can do together and how much of a mismatch it would be, depending. I don't know what the Patriots are doing with their defense and their offense. I know Tom Brady's starting, and other than that, that's really it. Man, Josh Adams. Josh Adams isn't even going to play in this preseason game, which sucks. Very, very upset over it because, man, this is a very important time for him, and he really needs to get on the field and get some reps. And he's not going to get reps Thursday. I heard that he's not going to be playing at all. He had a little bit of an injury this week, getting a reception in the red zone and ended up limping off the field. It's not serious, but they just don't want to. They want to be cautious with him. But I don't think it's not really going to hurt him too much being off this, not playing in this game today. It's just going to be something that's really small, whatever. So we'll see what happens with that. But if they want to rest him, let him rest him. He'll play next week. I'm not worried about it too much. But this front office and this coaching staff is very high on Josh Adams, getting a good amount of guaranteed money, and being a promising back that could be a future back for us as a bruiser, one cut runner bruiser back for the Philadelphia Eagles would be absolutely amazing. So we'll see what happens with that when the time comes. But very excited to see Josh Adams in the near future. Too bad he's not playing tonight. You want to hit this linebacker spot with everything you have. We got to see again and again who is stepping up. Who's going to be that starting weak side linebacker spot. You got Camu Grugier Hill and Nate Gerry. And Nate Gerry has done his best training camp so far, has done a lot. I think Camu wins this job still. I think Camu Grugier Hill still wins the job for the linebacker spot for his athleticism and reading great vision for Camu in the backfield, making tackles. That's what he's done all camp. He's been physical, and he looks ready, guys. So let's watch in this preseason game tonight where this all goes with the linebacker spot. Somebody's got to step up. Just plain and simple, someone's got to step up tonight. And, I know Corey Nelson's like third string in the weak side linebacker spot right now. And, I don't think Corey Nelson's working out as we all planned for him to. I know he got signed to this team, made a decision to come here at the same price instead of Denver, so he can at least try and make this team and try out and try to get a spot on this roster. So we'll see what happens at the linebacker spot, but someone else has got to step up, and I think Camu is going to be in the lead of this weak side linebacker spot. I know the safety spot is all set up already, and got to see what these other safeties could do. I know we signed Corey Graham to the one-year deal. We have him for 1 year, but we got to see what these other guys bring to the table. Jeremy Reeves is another guy that I've been looking at, but hasn't really been stepping up, has been screwing up at practice. Malcolm Jenkins has been helping him as much as possible. He actually didn't do a good job in that first preseason game. He wasn't in the right spots. Hopefully with knowing this defense a little bit more for another week and maybe playing a little bit better, he can maybe step up and do something. As long as Trey Sullivan as well, see what he can do as well. Jim Schwartz has said he's had a pretty good, solid camp. But they brought Corey Graham in because they don't trust these safeties at game time decisions. Don't want them to play in game time decisions, and don't trust them on the field. The corner spot is very intriguing because I know Sidney Jones had a high ankle sprain, but there's probably one guy that is probably going to get a lot of snaps. Sidney Jones is probably going to get a few snaps, but they're going to be very cautious with him. But the one guy we're probably going to watch a lot of is going to be Avonte Maddox. He's going to be in the nickel spot. He's had a really good camp so far, okay? And getting drafted from Pittsburgh this year. He's the 5'8", 5'9", 185 pounds, small corner, but he's playing pretty big. He's making plays during camp against big receivers now, actually doing a good job. He actually, they've been playing him outside, been playing him nickel, but mostly, the past, most of the days before this game, they've been putting him in the nickel spot, which is really amazing. So can't wait to see what Avonte Maddox brings to the table. Very good on the outside as well, but if he is promising to at least get a roster spot, which, it's looking like he could probably get a roster spot. And if he can get a roster spot, I think a trade will happen with one of these corners is going to be out the door before the season starts. So very excited to see at that position. What's going to happen with these corners, who they're starting, how much Sidney Jones is going to play. Jalen Mills, Ronald Darby on the outside. Devontae Ballsby in the nickel as well. They might put Devontae Ballsby on the outside as well, so don't know what's going to happen with that. But very exciting to see where they can put guys. And Jim Schwartz will have an idea. By next week, we'll probably have, by tonight, we'll probably have an idea who's really going to start. Just because like third and fourth week, you're not going to do too much with some of these guys because a lot of starters won't play third and fourth preseason games, which is very important. So we'll see about that. I kind of want to see Josh Sweat, play better on the defensive line and see how much he's gotten better over the course of a week and, see the terminology has gotten better. No penalties, no late hit on quarterbacks. I want to see Josh Sweat make some plays, see him on the edge, see how much speed he has, see how much that motor will run. Very exciting to see some of these guys for this preseason. But that's about it, guys. I just want to go over some people. If I forgot anybody, trying to make this video as short as possible. But, just some guys to watch out for today. And hopefully somebody surprises us. And, we'll see what happens when the time comes during this preseason game. Going to be looking very close at some of these guys playing tonight. And should be very exciting. So that's all I really got to say, guys. So shake, squat up, fly, let's fly.